Greetings, it's Vaygrim, here admiring the growth of our world. And I do say our because so much input has come from you, my viewers, on the growth and the direction of things, as they have happened and as they are to come. I'm having a wonderful Monday, and I'm hoping this Monday evening is finding you in good care also. We're taking a break from some Thaumcraft stuff. I do want to just kind of check in with you guys real quick on the progress I've made so far with that, by the way. I cut down and replanted that silverwood right there a couple of times. I'm trying to get the magical forest biome to slowly spread down here, but it's really not cooperating. Let's see. I need to get a courtyard, a paved courtyard put in over here. Just real quick, I want to show you. This is new. I seem to have a distinct lack of Ordo. So I put a couple of Ordo clusters in there, and it's not cooperating. I've got all these bookshelves, which is why you now all see sparkles and all of these things. I've got bonus points on all of these research items. I think I only get one bonus point ever, though. Not a bonus point every once in a while. I'm actually not sure. I'm still figuring out some of this stuff. But I'm trying to finish off some of the last bits of research for just things in general, Thaumic tinkering, stuff like this. And really push home for that. Now, I think that will work for you guys. I'm really hoping. Please tell me if this is not working when you do the world download. It really should give you my research, but I'm not sure. I have a plan for that. So, let's see. We've made some progress in the last week in Blood Magic. Some really good project. Oh, really good progress. Yeah, that's right. At some point soon, all 24 filled sockets, and I made another 4 to turn into a soul armor forge. Yes. At some point, I actually want to make bound armor. I'm psyched about that. So, let's see. Over here, this has been upgraded to an an energy condenser Mark II. I have no clue what the difference is. I have a sneaking suspicion that it uses EMC a little bit more efficiently, but basically, if I put something in the left side and it actually progresses its bar enough to make one of these, it shows up in the right side, not over here. So it's like this is what gets burned, and this is the result, I think. Yeah, see? I can't even put stuff over here. This is the output side. So that's one perk is it kind of subdivides it so you never have the thing completely clogged up with results in order to put more things in to burn it. That's nice. I like that. Let's see. Oh, also, this axe, Dark Axe, has been upgraded completely, empowered for Power 1 million RF. This thing will chop down the largest of trees. So when you guys do the Friday World download right here, find the stuff in the... You always find my gear in the gearbox and grab it. You've got an axe now. If you do sneak, hold down shift while you're chopping a tree down, it will chop down even the largest of Twilight Forest trees. I have double-checked that. So today, we're going to be doing a little bit of planning and a little bit of building. Let's see. This is going to be the front door. The real trick is... I think I'm going to put that there. Whoopsie. I busted out one too far on that. Hang on a sec. Let's do that. And I think I'm going to use a combination, actually, of acacia and greatwood. Now, from what people have told me, acacia is a bit of an orange on the inside, but it's actually got a really nice kind of gray-brown on the outside. And the Great wood is kind of a darker, kind of an almost, I guess, chocolate kind of a brown. So I'm hoping that I can compare those. I mean, have those two work together in unison very nicely. I keep popping out my yeah, the only thing I'm at a little bit of a loss on is what I want to make the walls and the foundation out of. I know that I already know that I want to make the floor out of great wood. That means that it's going to be a nice dark. I'm also going to have the ceiling. I'm going to break one of my normal building habits, I guess I'll say. Can't see that off-angle one. That's okay. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to do this whole back wall out of acacia as a complementary kind of a wall. Whoa. But normally, I would do a dark floor and light ceiling. Like, for example, in here, dark floor, light ceiling. It makes the room seem a little bit taller. Now, in this room, I just went with a light floor because it's the ceiling to the floor below it and a light ceiling, except for this little pattern. But you can tell already that that dark accent on the ceiling does make that room seem a little shorter. Now, it is shorter by one block. However, it's kind of a psychological thing. But I actually want this building to be... I want it to feel compressed. I want it to feel actually like... very dark and very kind of cozy, warm. To be sure, I need to take those up another level because this building is going to be, that's good, a pub. I'm going to make a nice, cozy pub. I've got some props that I'm actually going to use. I think I'm going to go for some stained glass red front windows. Thing is, I don't know if I want to do the whole outside building. I think I want to use something else for the front walls. But what do I want to use? Marble's going to be too bright. I definitely do think it should be a wood. I'm just not sure what kind of wood. I really do wish I had dark oak. I wish that was an option, but let's see, if I do brick, what do I get? I get colored bricks from Extra Utilities. Those don't always stay what they're supposed to, but that is an interesting idea. Hang on a sec. Let's go up one. Brick. 6, 7. Now, if we go up here, and we do this, cocoa beans. I'm going to make one batch of those because what I can do is 1, 2 full stacks. Well, there we go. I think that this might... Oh, actually, you know what I want to do? I actually want to have a separate foundation on this. specifically because I want it to be obvious where the foundation for this building is. I think that's going to be a really good thing. Let me pull out. I'm actually just going to shuffle a whole bunch of stuff over one block. And grab that stone panel. This is going to be empty. Whoopsie. There we go. Let's sleep and get a little bit of light on the situation. I wanted to have a kind of a dark structure on the inside. Like I said, kind of dark, warm, cozy, you know. And I thought that combinations of dark browns and other such colors, maybe with a few kind of lighter highlights to thing, might be really good. Let's see. Yep. Okay, similar kind of a structure to that one. It's not going to have that corner edging, though. This one is actually going to be wooden timber. We might have to make more of these. Oof. And there is that step assist again. Options, controls, where's step assist? Semicolon. There we go. Good grief. I'm actually going to switch those. There we go. I'm used to hitting 2 for what I'm digging out with because I normally have a sword on. That does look a little weird, but I'm going to go with it. Let's get this finished off. We're going to have a nice dark building that we're actually going to turn into our pub. Whoopsie. Let me get one of these real quick. So we can get more. I don't know how I'm going to cap it off just yet. But I do know that... Oh, wait a minute. I actually have a wand I can refill now, so I don't have to be stingy about things anymore. Let's do equal trade. Did that jump out? Did not. Yay. Whoop. Out of great wood. That vanished real quick. I think I'm changing parts. That's only supposed to go one layer deep, I think, right? Yeah, I think it's only going one layer deep. Okay. So in theory, should do those. We have ourselves a floor. Now, I'm not sure. Actually, you know what? I kind of want these visible on the insides, which makes me wonder. Is that too much? You guys are going to have to remember that I am colorblind, so you might have to forgive me for any really horrible color coordination choices. That does put that in the corner, but I don't like that. Whoa. Let's get back up there. Thank goodness for item magnets, that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to put this back, and then I got another idea that I'm going to go with. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put these inside the corners because I definitely want this place to look like it's being held up with wooden timber. Also, these are going to be narrower windows. Higher up. Nope, too high. Don't know. I don't want it too bright and shiny in here. Let's do... I wish I could only put empty like half of that. Okay, whole stack. Pull our EMC back out. Oh, those are nice and dark. I don't know if that's going to contrast or clash with the outside brick. You guys are just going to have to tell me. I'm not sure. Actually going to take a key from that building right there. I like having that keystone right there above the doorway. And we've got the pub sign going in. I'm gonna make the back end right across here gonna be the bar, and I think I'm actually going to do that if I can. With micro blocks, let's see if we can get this back. There we go. We'll put that over there. Don't need those. Actually, I'm not going to burn the glass yet because I don't know if I'm going to need more. Let's put the counter here-ish. Whoopsie. I can't seem to do anything right now. Actually, put that right there, and then what we're gonna do we're going to have to go make one. Okay. Let's do a hatch right there. I'm running low on carpenter's blocks, and I need to make more. It may need... handle in the bottom. It's the best way we can do it. Okay. So now we have a back bar. What I'm actually going to do, put a whole bunch of this stuff away. I'm going to get this, this, and this. This is going to deplete my reserves of EMC very quickly. Oh gosh. Let's put those back. We need a couple more of these. Whoopsie. And I just reversed what I wanted to do. Let's do keg. Okay. Wow, it's dark in here. But I guess that's the point. This is going to be a dark space after, in the evenings, after the sun goes down, to be sure. Let's see, how big are these? Those are ginormous, okay. Whoops. Broke out some back wall trying to find the center of the block. Okay. So I don't need this many of those. What I am going to do, though, however... yeah, I'll figure that out in a minute. I think this, yeah, is... I'm going to do that. Let's put some drinks down. You can kind of change the handles based upon which way you actually have those facing. Okay, I'm going to keep those. Going to get these out. Let's get some chairs. Get this. And, okay. This is the part where I'm unsure. How this is going to actually end up looking. Get up. Actually, I'm going to turn that one slightly this way. Supposed to seem kind of crowded. But I want to have Hey, you're not supposed to stand on those. One, it seems kind of crowded, but I don't want it to be so hard to get through the middle of the place. I'm actually going to go ahead and put that there. You want to have a venue for getting right through the middle of the place. To be sure. Now, what I actually want to do is I want some higher up windows to let some light in, but you do not want a whole bunch of people just standing outside the windows spectating inward. That's going to look a little odd. Okay, so I think this is the base room. I need to ask Raz to put some empty pictures. Definitely empty pictures. I'm going to actually take that one back. We're going to liquidate all of that. I think we're going to be good to start figuring out how we want to handle the roof. Okay. Whoopsie. I'm thinking, and it kind of hurts, wooden support beams going across like this. I think this could look really neat. Yeah, that actually ends up spacing out quite nicely. I wasn't a complete idiot when I laid out this building. Okay. Which means now we basically just pull this across. Whoopsie. Oh, need more. Brick. Can I do it? I can do a stack. Easy. Okay. Whoops, that was a mistake. Shouldn't have pulled sideways like that. That looks a little weird. Don't like that. Okay, so now, ooh, that's nice. Here's what we do. That should be right about there. I think. I like it. Basically, just going to put these through. Like that. Now it does end up looking a little bit wonky over here. I can do that. That just looks weird. So now we have pub. The only thing I don't like I have an idea, and I wonder if it's going to work. Let's get this and cut this ultra, ultra, ultra thin. That minimizes the look a little bit from the ground. You're still going to see some of the acacia. I like the outside of the acacia, but the inside doesn't work very well, unfortunately. So, gotta remember to grab the saw. I'm trying to minimize the clashing and the the clashing of color schemes. Okay, so now I think that is where I'm going to stop this building. The only thing I might change what do you think? Is it better to have the wooden frame or to forego that? Another thing I'm not liking, I want that sign to stick out just a little bit. I kind of like it, but something tells me that I have a lot of clashing colors. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to go with that. I can I can repaint all of the brick very easily to a different color. You guys are going to have to advise me if I need to go dark gray or what. But I like the concept of those tinted red windows, kind of giving a darker kind of a light to things on the inside. The other thing that I want to do, oh, I never taught it acacia. It's funny. Let's bring up our handy-dandy crafting table, grab some acacia wood. Oh, you know what? We could give it a dark oak door if we did carpenter's door. No. Carp. Let's get some of those and just make that real quick. Then we get this. I really don't like the searching cross thing here. I really wish I could just search in NEI or search in AE and have them separate. Okay. Let's get this. Let's get a couple of pieces of great wood. There we go. Yeah. See, I have a sneaking suspicion that this and this go together, but this and this don't. This and this don't. I don't know. You guys are going to have to let me know. So now it's nighttime. There's no light sources in here. Which means we need to get one nice big light source for the inside of that place. Get that and put it up. Get that and put it up. Put that back in place. Put that up. Up. You can go away. You've served your purpose very, very well. You can go away. Let's do clay. Full stacks of each. This is what I love about the easy crafting table. I want to do... Yep. Iron chandelier. Whoa. Popped a little too low. I might just make those the lonely seats. I don't know. Or maybe... Maybe it was better off like that. Got an easier venue here. Okay, so I think... Yeah, okay. Actually. One back. There we go. That's nice. So this is the interior that I'm thinking of. The only thing that I want to add somewhere is I'm thinking about putting a dartboard right here. Or I could move that chair and table back one set. Actually, you know what? Let's do chair, table, chair, beer. Now I could actually put the dartboard right there. That could be good. Which means dartboard. We do this. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay. Dartboard right there. Awesome. There we go. I'd love to get something back here, like a menu, but the only thing I can think of is the chalkboard. Green and 3 red across the bottom. See, but it has school equations. I want something that's got, like, you know, a menu, almost like from a restaurant in it. Kind of like indie coffee houses or even indie taverns and bars and microbreweries down here. That does not fit the equation of things, unfortunately. I just learned a chalkboard. Awesome. So this is actually the pub up and going on this nice and relaxed Monday afternoon. Thank you very much for joining me. I've actually been having a lot of fun doing this, but I'm also working in a very challenged area for me. Trying to do aesthetic structures without knowing if I'm clashing horribly or not can be kind of hard. So I just kind of dive headlong into it and hope it doesn't look hideous. Now, with this particular setup, one thing I need to know: do you guys like the top corner being framed like this, or do you like the clean edge like this with the brick? You're going to have to let me know. I'm leaning more this way, but I do think that makes it look a little too busy. I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm going to have to think upon that. I'm actually going to leave that building supplies right there for the time being. I'll clean that up later. But we are getting more and more shops going on right here. I have an idea for a mechanics shop. I'm not sure how I'm going to build it yet. I think it's going to be this building right here. This, this one's going to have to be the grocers. And I'm undecided as to what this one's going to be. This is going to be Zaw's Caveman Things. And he actually proposed an idea for how to build this. I might go back and look at that if I can dig it up and find it. It's a URL link somewhere. An image link somewhere. But I don't know what this is going to be just yet, but I know this is going to be the grocers. I think this is going to be the machine shop, basically. And yeah, I think I'm going to do the grocers on Wednesday. It's going to be a multi-floor structure. And there's going to be a garden on the roof. I'm tempted to use a little bit of a weird building technique to have the building expand by one block as it goes up each floor. So I could make it 3 floors tall and put some indoor gardens on the 3rd floor and some outdoor gardens on the roof. and it would kind of expand outwards as it goes up. Kind of like that, but not as wacky and drastic. I don't know. We'll have to see. You'll have to let me know what you think about a lot of these ideas. Friday is going to be planning for the estate. That is going to be the mansion. And I'm going to have one house, multiple floors, that's going to take up almost all of this entire plot. It's going to be set up real close to the front. It's going to have a driveway coming out, circular drive in the middle of the building. It's going to have wings that go around. It's going to take up almost all of this, and we're going to have to lay it out step by step. That, we might have to use Cambot and do some build montage. But it's going to be a multi-part build. We're just going to have to see. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me for this Monday episode of VAYGRIM'S Chance. I'm working on 1.06 now. If you want to grab the world download from this past Friday and follow along, I would really appreciate feedback and just general comments. What do you guys think? You need to let me know about that building. Should I change the windows to dark gray? Maybe. Gray stained glass, if that's a thing. Or do I need to change what wood I'm using? I don't have access to dark oak yet because I haven't found a dark oak or a roofed forest. I might just have to go find a roofed forest and swap out all the acacia for dark oak. That might be a better choice. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. Stay safe and try and have a happy new year. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.